In the high-stakes world of the bold and the beautiful, the week of May 26, 2025, in the ever-turbulent world of the bold and the beautiful, redemption is rarely handed out easily, but it's never entirely off the table. That's what makes this week's explosive developments surrounding Luna Nozawa, Liam Spencer, and the Forrester family so compelling. With betrayal still fresh, secrets still buried, and tension running hot between bloodlines and blended families, the CBS soap opera sets the stage for an emotional power shift that could reshape everything. Luna, once seen as the wild card, the outsider, the problem, now stands on the brink of something potentially transformative. She could become a savior. As the story opens, Liam Spencer's medical condition takes center stage again. Fans of the bold and the beautiful have watched Liam spiral for weeks, plagued by symptoms no one could explain: intense pressure in his head, seizures, disorientation. The truth finally emerged when Liam underwent emergency brain surgery and learned the unthinkable: he has an inoperable brain tumor. The news devastated those closest to him, but as with all things in Los Angeles, the fallout isn't confined to one person. Liam's illness becomes a fracture line across families, exposing loyalties, testing love, and opening up strange new possibilities. The most striking of those possibilities? Luna Nozawa. Luna has struggled from the moment she set foot in this world of legacy, money, and reputation. Her past haunts her, her connection to Sheila Carter Sharp taints her name, and her presence around Finn and Steffi Forrester is met with walls, cold shoulders, and strict boundaries. Despite Luna's desire to form a connection with her biological father, Finn has drawn a hard line. So has Steffi. They've both made it clear Luna will never be part of their family. That door, for now, is locked. But this is the bold and the beautiful, where locked doors are made to be kicked open. Luna may be on the outside looking in, but everything changes the moment she learns about Liam's condition. Steffi tried to protect Liam's secret, but it didn't stay contained for long. Though Liam insisted on keeping his illness from everyone except Steffi and Finn, Hope now knows the truth, thanks to Steffi breaking her silence. And Hope, moved deeply by Liam's confession of love and the vulnerability she saw in his eyes, can't walk away. She may be staying at her mother Brooke's house in theory, but in reality, she's spending her nights in a quiet, hidden room at Deacon's place, her father's home, where Deacon and Sheila also live. That proximity matters, because now there's no way this secret stays secret. Deacon is bound to notice. And if Deacon finds out, so will Sheila. Once Sheila knows, Luna won't be far behind. This is how the storm starts, quietly, with proximity and circumstance. Sheila might keep the secret to herself for a moment, weighing the options, calculating the fallout. But Luna is curious, intuitive, and desperate to prove herself. She'll dig, she'll ask questions, and eventually, she'll uncover the truth. Now, imagine the twist. Luna discovers a link, some overlooked data, a minor procedural error, or an experimental treatment on the fringe of medical science. Maybe it's her bond with April, a nearly forgotten lab tech with access to all the right hospital files. April and Luna share a strangely underexplored connection. Could it be more than coincidence? Maybe April has been feeding Luna scraps of information, quietly mentoring her, or maybe the two share something deeper: blood, past, or secret allegiance. With April's access and Luna's drive, the possibility emerges that they may be the ones to find a breakthrough for Liam's tumor. Luna could save him. Not figuratively. Literally. A treatment path, a referral to a specialist, a drug trial in Europe. Whatever it is, Luna could be the missing piece. And in doing so, she wouldn't just be saving Liam's life. She would be changing her own. This kind of act, this kind of sacrifice, this kind of brilliance is the very currency of redemption in the soap world. If Luna saves Liam, there's no way Steffi can continue to shut her out. The same woman Steffi tried to exile would have saved the man Steffi still cares for. The dynamics would shift. Finn, who has tried to protect Steffi's peace, would be forced to re-examine his role as Luna's father. Could he stand firm in his rejection after watching his daughter save a man's life? Could Steffi? The moral high ground Steffi has stood on would start to crack. Forgiveness might not be immediate, but the ice would start to melt. And if Sheila Carter, of all people, can crawl back from the brink and forge new relationships, however shaky, then Luna certainly can. Luna, who's young, who's made mistakes, who's tried again and again to prove she can be more than her past, she deserves that shot. And let's not forget Hope. Her connection to Liam, reawakened by his vulnerability and illness, could shift again if she sees Luna play a crucial role in his recovery. Could Hope become an unexpected advocate for Luna? Stranger alliances have been formed in moments of shared trauma, and Hope might be the one voice Finn and Steffi didn't expect to join Luna's side. But there's another side to this coin. Because this is the bold and the beautiful, and no redemptive arc comes without shadows. Luna's discovery might come at a cost. If she pursues an experimental cure or leaks confidential medical data to save Liam, she might cross ethical lines. She might make enemies. And she might trigger new investigations that threaten the very hospital where she found her purpose. Worse yet, Sheila might try to take credit for Luna's discovery or manipulate the situation to serve her own ends. If that happens, everything Luna built could collapse before her eyes. But if she stays one step ahead, if she remains focused on what matters, saving Liam, not just for glory but because it's right, then Luna could become one of the most complex and compelling redemption stories this show has ever told. In the end, it will come down to choice. Will Finn see the daughter he never thought he wanted but might now be proud of? Will Steffi stop letting fear dictate the terms of her relationships? Will Liam survive long enough for any of this to matter? This storyline isn't just about survival, it's about transformation. It's about how one act of selflessness can rewrite a legacy. And Luna Nozawa, once marked by scandal and rejection, may be the one to do what no one else could, bring healing to a fractured family, save a man everyone thought was lost, and finally earn her place in a world that told her she didn't belong. In the bold and the beautiful, fate can change with a whisper, a discovery, or a choice. And this time, the choice might belong to Luna. Whether she uses it to redeem herself or lets it all slip away will define not just her future, but everyone else's. Delivered explosive moments that rattled the foundations of Los Angeles's most powerful families. With 3 must-see plot twists that pulled at emotional nerves and triggered physical confrontations, the CBS daytime drama reignited tension in ways only B&B knows how. A surprise proposal, a romantic detour, and a bitter feud spiraled into heartbreak, danger, and revelations that could destroy everything. Carter Walton took a leap toward love, Daphne Rose's heartbreak collided with fate, and Sheila Carter Sharp faced a reckoning that might cost her everything. Let's walk through every twisting detail of what went down this unforgettable week. First, Carter Walton made a move that no one quite expected, not this soon, not with so much at stake. Still aching from the emotional split between himself and Hope Logan, Carter emerged from the wreckage with a bold new determination. Hope might have pulled away, but Carter wasn't giving up. In a move that caught both characters and viewers by surprise, Carter proposed. Yes, Carter Walton, ever the composed COO, threw caution aside and pulled out a ring that, by all appearances, he'd been holding onto for some time. This wasn't just impulse. This was premeditated, a calculated hope for a future he still believed in. The whirlwind nature of Carter and Hope's romance, dubbed Cope by devoted fans, has always left the audience divided. Was it real love or just two broken people reaching for comfort? But now, Carter isn't playing it safe. He tells Daphne Rose that Hope is the woman he wants to build a family with. It's not just about love, it's about legacy. Carter sees Hope not only as his partner, but as someone who could help him create the life he's always wanted. A home, a child, a future. And while the screen time might suggest this relationship escalated quickly, internal dialogue and unseen moments stretch back weeks, suggesting the connection has been building longer than viewers realized. Of course, this bombshell comes at a complicated time. Liam Spencer's battle with a brain tumor, while brief on screen, has been referenced as a long-standing struggle. Hope's emotions are in flux, and Carter is placing all his bets on the belief that he is the man she wants. Whether she accepts the proposal or not remains under wraps for now, but the very act of proposing has already set off a ripple effect. That ripple hits Daphne Rose like a tidal wave. She had feelings for Carter, real ones. She believed she had a chance. And now, with Carter choosing Hope, Daphne decides to walk away. Heartbroken and humiliated, she plans her exit, booking a flight to Paris and turning her back on Los Angeles. But her story takes a twist when she finds herself sharing the ride to the airport with none other than Captain Deuce Stevens, the Forrester family's trusted pilot, and a man whose quiet insight often belies his calm exterior. Deuce doesn't just drop Daphne off. On that drive, something passes between them. A spark, a connection born of vulnerability. Daphne opens up about her heartbreak. Deuce listens, offers his perspective, and instead of judgment, he gives her understanding. For the first time in days, she doesn't feel alone. And maybe, just maybe, Los Angeles isn't finished with her yet. Whether it's Deuce's calm confidence or the reminder that her life still has chapters to write, Daphne begins to second-guess her decision. Does she leave behind everything she's started to build just because one man broke her heart? Her future might not include Carter, but it still might include something. Or someone. Meanwhile, a storm brews in another corner of the city. Electra Forrester, long known for her ambition and fire, finds herself locked in a full-scale confrontation with Luna Nozawa. Tensions had been simmering beneath the surface for weeks, but now they erupt. Luna, ignoring the manipulative warnings from Sheila Carter-Sharp, reaches out to Will Spencer with a message that is nothing short of provocative. Whatever her intentions, it lights a fuse. Electra doesn't back down. The confrontation turns physical, fast. Harsh words spiral into shoves, and then the gloves come off. Sheila arrives just in time to witness the chaos and throws herself between the two women. She demands control, demands order, but in the process, something slips. A secret. A truth buried beneath Sheila's polished lies is revealed in the heat of the moment, and it sends a shock through the room. The fallout could be enormous. Sheila has been walking a tightrope for months, balancing her marriage to Deacon Sharp with her complicated ties to Luna. But with this latest confrontation, that balance is about to shatter. Electra and Luna's battle exposes more than bruised egos. It brings Sheila's credibility into question, casting doubt on everything she's claimed to protect. Deacon, who has long tried to believe the best in his wife, may not be able to look past the cracks any longer. Still, despite the threat to her marriage and reputation, Sheila doesn't walk away. She tells Luna to leave, forces the issue, tries to regain control of the narrative. But Luna doesn't go. Instead, she makes a bold counteroffer, one that could change everything. Luna proposes a deal, something unorthodox, something dangerous. She's not leaving, and she's not letting go. Whether it's blackmail, partnership, or something in between, the details remain hidden, but the implications are crystal clear. Sheila has a choice to make, and neither option ends cleanly. The question now, will Sheila double down and make another deal with Luna, a woman who increasingly reminds her of a younger version of herself? Or will she finally draw a line and risk losing Deacon, her fragile stability, and possibly her freedom? There's reason to believe that Sheila might go through with it, desperate to keep her secrets buried and her world intact. But this decision may cost her everything she's fought for. Trust, love, power, it's all on the line. As the week ends, there are no tidy resolutions. Carter's proposal leaves Hope with an impossible decision. Daphne stands at a crossroads, torn between escape and reinvention. Deuce offers more than just a ride, he offers a glimpse of something new. Electra and Luna's battle reshapes the landscape of the Forrester social scene. And Sheila, ever the queen of control, finds her empire slipping through her fingers. Each character faces a moment of choice. Each storyline teeters on the edge of a deeper descent or a radical transformation. The bold and the beautiful thrives on these knife-edge moments, and this week every character was pushed to theirs. The fallout from this week's events will continue to spread. Relationships will fray. Secrets will surface. And trust, once broken, will be nearly impossible to rebuild. The week of May 26th wasn't just another chapter. It was a turning point. And for Carter, Hope, Daphne, Deuce, Electra, Luna, Sheila, and Deacon, the choices they made or didn't make are about to define everything that happens next. Because in this city, love is never simple, loyalty is never guaranteed, and no secret stays buried for long.